What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reacting to this video titled Girl Complains About Being Pretty, #entertainment. This is by Real Talk 100. Go drop a subscribe.
What's going on, guys? So I just did a video on this girl yesterday, and right after I uploaded that video, I got recommended this video, and I was like, dude, that would...
Man, that's such a weird like focus mechanic. Mine doesn't do that. He went out of focus a bit there. This is like not this. It's just I'm just curious. Look.
And right after I uploaded that video, I got recommended
this
video, and I was
Who
like,
cares?
dude,
Anyways,
that would be such a
that's
better
enough.
video to react to. So
so he just did a video about this girl apparently, and he got recommended
like,
this.
She has pretty privilege, and
I have not pre-watched this video, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get like enough content.
You know, she doesn't like being pretty while also having autism, so you know, there's a pretty good chance I will tear this apart. So let's get into this.
Being conventionally attractive when you're autistic.
Guys, what do we think about this camera angle he's got? Should I do more videos like this? Nice and personal. He's like looking off to the side.
May seem like a blessing, but in practice, it can actually become a relational curse. Because conventional attractiveness...
That's not a word. That's not a word. Wait, why'd he change? Look at the... He totally changed. What? Hang on, that's not him. Is that just a different angle?
A relational curse. Because conventional attractiveness...
What is that transition? How did he do that? What? How did you do that?
A relational curse. Because conventional attractiveness...
And he's not moving. He's not moving.
...is only fully advantageous.
He's completely static. I know what this is. This is what happens when you turn on your camera and it flashes as like... It flashes what it last showed. This happened to like Germa a couple times. Play the clip. And that's what just happened to this guy. Look at this transition.
How to navigate the social
He looks very disappointed. Relational, that's the word she said. I don't think that's a real word.
But in practice, it can actually become a relational curse.
Relational curse. Google, is that a word? Relational. Oh, so it is. Describes things that pertain to or are defined by connections, association, or interactions between two or more entities. Vocab word of the day, relational. I didn't know that one, you guys.
Because
let's watch this transition.
Attractiveness is fully
That's just not the same guy.
Understand how to navigate the social systems attached to it. Most neurotypical people instinctively understand these systems.
He's still not moving. He hasn't moved an inch.
How to maintain ambiguity, how to socially leverage desirability. They know how to exchange attention, validation, charm, or intimacy.
Let me say something. If I were grading this as an essay, this original video about the being conventionally attractive while autistic, it would lose points for source and for like credibility or something, because she said she's making a generalization here that most people are able to like flirt with ambiguity or some stuff like that.
Protection, access, status, or connection. And most importantly, they know how to compartmentalize objectification from their own identity. But as an autistic person...
Okay, right off the bat,
that's just a picture of him in the bottom left.
Let's lay out a few scenarios here, okay?
You just put a picture in there for fun.
So you have scenario one. You're autistic and you're a female and you're attractive. Scenario two, you have autism as a female and you're unattractive. Which one would you rather have? Like, especially because like she has high functioning autism, so it's kind of like she has it just enough to where she could be like, hey guys, I have autism, isn't that like quirky and cute? And then, you know, like she can make it a whole, like, it's like her identity, right? She has 165,000 subscribers.
I'm not sure how he
knows this, in her life ever again. Once you get to 6 figures,
it seems like there's a little bit of the green-eyed monster tickling this guy's toes. I think. Vocab. Put that in the vocab. The green-eyed monster tickling this guy's toes. I'm not gonna assume this, but the way it sounds like he's talking, I feel like a theme throughout this video. This is just a prediction here. This is not based in facts or logic, but there may be a little bit of jealousy going on. That's what I mean. Like, she has a lot of subscribers. He's saying she doesn't have to work a day in her life because of her subscriber count. Let's hear about this.
You're done. You're set for life, basically. And Yeah, I mean, like, so, and it's because she has like this pretty privilege, you know. That's why she is where she is. Okay. Now the flip side, she has autism and she's ugly. Okay, as a girl. Now, yeah, I mean, if you're an ugly girl, you can still get laid whenever you want, just because by virtue of being a woman, you can get sex anytime. But you're not going to have as smooth of a ride getting to this many subscribers on YouTube, if ever. You know what I mean?
That
You're
could be
not going to
true.
be taken as seriously.
Man,
People aren't.
this guy's not doing too bad for himself. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. He's got more subscribers than I do. He's talking about how, okay, so you're saying he's saying I'm ugly. Damn it. I'm so ugly.
Okay, so obviously
I love this
she
headset,
has
can I say? I love this headset. He's got blue tape on it. It's like vintage looking. It looks nice.
the better experience of the two.
Pause. I'm editing this. What did I just do with my face there? I just noticed this. I don't remember doing that. Watch this. What the heck am I doing? Why did I do that?
Now,
I agree. Obviously, if she's pretty and autistic, it's better than being ugly and autistic.
we look at a different dichotomy. Like, would you rather be...
Dichotomy, thesaurus that, please. Can we appreciate how I spell these words correctly every time? A dichotomy is a division or contrast between two things that are completely opposite, entirely different, or mutually exclusive. Okay. Dichotomy, two options. I got it.
a pretty girl with autism, or would you rather be an ugly dude with autism?
Okay, yeah,
right?
true. That's a dichotomy. A pretty girl with autism or an ugly dude with autism.
Right? Or a
Wait,
guy
but they both have autism.
with autism at all. Okay, like,
Guy
as a
with
dude
autism at all.
with autism, it's a completely different, story, because like you are the one, like, if you're gonna, like, let's say talk about dating, like, you are the one who has to like navigate it and make all the moves, and you have to make shit happen. And
Good point.
if you can't read social cues and you just suck at talking to people, it's gonna be a nightmare. Now, if you're really attractive, that'll kind of buffer that a little bit. But like, if you're like an average looking guy with autism, you're fucked. Like, when it comes to dating and probably like life in general, right?
I disagree.
So, like,
I
she
disagree. I think it's such a downer mentality to say, if you are this and you have this, you are fucked. How dare you? How dare you put me in a box is what I would say if I was this guy. How dare you try and box me with your words and put me into your freaking little category. Let's see what he has to
This
say.
is the absolute best scenario you can think of as someone with autism. Like, she's high functioning, she's a female, and she's attractive. Like, you can't get any better than that if you're gonna have autism.
I disagree. I think having autism. Probably because I am a dude. I think being a dude would be cooler. If you have autism and you're a dude and you're high functioning, I think in this scenario being a dude would be better than being a girl. Just because you get to, like, you can bench a lot more, you can run a lot faster in general. Really brings it. You know what I mean? Really gets me going. Who my God, you know?
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I mean, I like, people, man, they just complain about anything. Like, all right,
But I see what he's talking about. He's saying you could have it a lot worse, which is a fair point.
I don't naturally engage with people that way.
This transition, has he realized yet that it's just a picture of him in the bottom corner? You know what? For the rest of the video, I'm going to put a picture of me in the bottom corner. That looks exactly like that.
I don't instinctively experience attraction as social currency. I don't naturally understand the invisible contracts people attach to attention and connection. And I don't want relationships to feel transactional or strategic.
Nobody
so
wants
instead
that.
of experiencing the
It's interesting that he doesn't make a point about this. She's saying that because she has autism, she doesn't want relationships to be transactional, is what I'm hearing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone wants that. Let's be real.
advantages of conventional attractiveness, I mostly experience the maintenance cost of it. I really don't think people realize how isolating being conventionally attractive and being autistic is. When people, regardless of their gender and regardless of their sexuality, are attracted to me, there's so much projection there that I feel like I'm not being seen for who I am. Because once someone desires you, once someone objectifies you and they want something from you, they're not going to see you
I
for
just
who you
I just
are
keep
anymore.
looking at this guy, this bloke in the bottom left. Man, what is he doing? There's no way he hasn't known. Why does he have this? Is this like his watermark? Also, he has YouTube Premium. Very cool. He paid money for that. That's interesting. But like, what am I supposed to do with this guy in the bottom left here, down there? What do I do about him? I don't know.
Or they're going to interpret everything you say and do and don't say and do through the lens of what they want to see. They're gonna want to see you as someone who reciprocates them back and likes them
They're
back.
gonna do this. I just whacked the shit out of my desk with my knee, guys, so I apologize. It's them versus us. It's they versus us. This is what she's trying to say here. This is what she literally just said. I want you to listen to my wording very carefully. They want to do that. They do. Who is they? Sounds like it's a generalization of what I'm assuming is neurotypical people in this case. Perhaps he's specifically referring to the neurotypical people who may be conventionally attractive, who have taken advantage of her prior to. Let's listen to this.
So if you're nice and open,
Listen.
who what they want to see, they're gonna want to see you as someone who reciprocates them back and likes them back.
They're gonna want to see you as someone who reciprocates you back and likes them back. Now that I think about it, that's probably a reasonable generalization to make. I'm generally against generalizations in general, but I think that one kind of makes sense because obviously people will more often than not want to be in a relationship where there's reciprocated feelings back to them. I think that's kind of a pretty
So
Pretty
if
much a
you're
given.
nice and open and warm, they're going to see it as, oh, she likes me too. If you're more standoffish and you try to close yourself off to the connection because you don't want to lead someone on, they might think that you want them to try harder, or they might think that you are doing all that because you think you're better than them. Whatever.
I think this is more symptoms of being a woman than it is being autistic at the end of the day. I feel like a lot of women have to deal with that.
Whatever it is, right? Every single time I could see that someone is attracted to me, immediately I just can't keep connecting with them anymore. Because even if this is a
That's going to be a really rough life for you because, yeah, you are pretty, you are very attractive, and like 100% of guys who talk to you would hit. Okay, like 100% of guys who talk to you.
Ew! What the hell is this guy on about? Ew, that's disgusting. Man. Can we listen to that for a second? Like, bro, maybe this is his issue.
And
he makes
like
a generalization here as
100%
well.
of guys who talk to you would hit. Okay, like 100% of guys who talk to you.
I don't appreciate the eyes that he did at me. Do you see that? Look at his eyes when he says would hit.
And of guys who talk to you would hit. Okay.
Would hit. He would hit. Ugh, man. And he says that he repeats himself. And he also says like. He says like 100% of the guys that talk to you would hit.
Like 100% of guys who talk to you, either are actively like currently trying to hit, or like they're just keeping you on the back burner for like a time when they think that it might be appropriate for them to try to hit. Like, I'm just gonna give you like real talk. Channel name is Real Talk 100, so I'm gonna give you real talk right now. Okay.
Is this his channel name? Real Talk 100? So it is. He should change it to Like Talk 100 because he said like about 50 times.
If that's not what you want, if you don't like that scenario, like that's gonna suck for you. But again, the alternative is, let's say you were ugly.
It's just filler words.
Like really ugly as a female, to where
This is one thing I try to do in my videos while speaking is being clear without using filler words. Instead, I'd rather pause and then I can just cut it out later, or I just pause and leave it as it is. But it definitely muddles up what you're saying when you use filler words like that. That was a correct use of the word like, by the way. I was making a comparison. It's not a
like
filler
you're
use.
just invisible. Would you rather have that? I highly doubt it.
And who's
You
to
know
say
why
that,
I highly
though?
doubt that?
Okay.
Because you actively do things to make yourself pretty. Like you put on the makeup.
I think that's a false equivalency. Obviously, everybody wants to look prettier. There's so many advantages to it. I would be interested to see these two talk in real life and see if he would say those things to her face. But I do believe that's a bit of a false equivalency, saying that just because she puts on the makeup she wants dudes to hit on her? What if she wants girls to hit on her? Never thought of that. See, she never even said that she was attracted to dudes.
You do your hair, put product in it. It's all shiny. It's all perfect.
Everyone likes to
You
look
have
good.
like, you wear the, you have that top. It's like a low cut top, with just like a string holding it up. You have the tattoos that draw attention to your skin. It draws attention to you in general as a whole. You do all these things to draw attention to yourself and to pretty yourself up. So like, I highly doubt you would rather be ugly, because if that were the case, you would be doing the opposite. You wouldn't even own makeup. You would just
This is a good point.
do the bare minimum
I mean,
to up.
this is a good and bad take. I believe. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Everyone would want to look better. I think there is some flaws in her original logic where she says she doesn't want people to hit on her, but then she still like does all this stuff that he's describing. But I also think his focus on it and going into such detail perhaps is telling of the way he thinks in general. It's kind of like you got those tattoos, so you want me to touch your skin or something. You want me to be focused on your skin, like. It's a little.
Keep your hair. Like, you wouldn't have any tattoos, or if you did, they wouldn't be these like little pretty flowery leafy fucking tattoos. You'd probably just be wearing like a fucking baggy hoodie and like baggy sweats. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what I'm saying?
like, come on, don't bullshit, don't cap. Come on.
Ew.
The person that
It's the way this guy the things he does with his face, I do not appreciate. He said don't. He used the vernacular slang of English. He says no cap.
Don't bullshit, don't cap.
He looks so proud of himself. Don't cap. I will say, this guy has a very punchable face. No offense to him, but like I could just pick when he makes a face like that.
Along really well with as friends and as
And again, why is he still there? Why is he still in the bottom left? There's no way this got by him.
Make a lot of fun jokes together and laugh a lot together and have a lot of fun together. Maybe we have similar interests or whatever. Maybe our personalities mesh. None of that matters anymore, because when someone likes you, they will always see what they want to see rather than what is actually real. And that's a lot of responsibility for me to take on.
I disagree.
Existing. I have to constantly think to myself, what am I
think she's
wanting to say
overthought
and do,
this.
and how is that going to be interpreted, and is that interpretation accurate? And if not, what are the consequences of that interpretation? If I'm quiet, it gets interpreted as playing hard to get. If I'm warm, it gets interpreted as romantic encouragement.
Is this her or is it
If I
stock
don't
footage?
reciprocate,
Okay. Okay, not because I think it, but I can't tell if that's her or not. No, it's not.
if I don't reciprocate, it gets interpreted as arrogance, superiority, or rejection. In other words, attraction causes people to reinterpret my behavior through
Maybe you're just hanging out with
projection
chuds.
rather than through my actual intentions. Then the
Maybe you should be more
interaction
clear and
shifts.
like tell
They
them that or
start
something, you
testing
know?
for reciprocity. They expect emotional reassurance, and they may even create narratives about mutual tension or hidden feelings. This creates a constant layer of projection management. Many
Buzzword. Hang on. Projection management? I never heard of that before. I think she talks about how she doesn't understand all these cues, all these social things, and then she's used a word I've never even freaking heard of to describe them. I think you gotta get out of your head in this scenario. You just gotta get out of your head. You know what I mean? Let's skip back. Let's hear that again.
reassurance, and they may even create narratives.
Narratives. If you're hanging out with people that are creating narratives of them doinking you, maybe you shouldn't hang out with these people. You know? Like, maybe it's as simple as pie.
About mutual tension or hidden feelings. This creates a constant layer of projection management. Many of my male friendships that initially felt pretty straightforward later revealed underlying romantic interest or emotional expectation. And
Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's just kind of like a law of the universe, you know, like if a man in general goes out of his way in an extracurricular fashion, it's not like required of him in a school setting or a work setting. If he goes out of his way to interact with a female, he wants to hit. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
so untrue. That's just so untrue. Stop with your diddly focusing camera. This guy's a weirdo. And that just tells me, if he thinks every guy behaves like that, then he behaves like that. You know what I mean? He's projecting about how he behaves that way, and he thinks all other dudes behave that way. That if you wanna become friends with a female, it's just because you want to doink. That's just untrue. Speaking for myself here, I'm defending my own case. Now it's personal.
and if you are an attractive female, 100% of straight.
This is a side note. I don't like how many belts this guy has. Why does he have extra belts hanging up there? And he's probably wearing one now, but you don't need 2 belts hanging here. You don't need that many belts.
And would have sex with you, like full send. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Now, if you wanted really
It's just a
for
wrong
people
statement.
to be
She's
more
just
likely
incorrect.
to just pay attention to what you have to say, then I guess what you can, instead of like just paying attention to how attracted they are to you, I mean, why don't you just shave your head and stop wearing makeup and just wear like, baggy clothes, just have this aesthetic where you're doing.
This is the typical fallacy. This is a fallacy. There's a name for this fallacy. I've just forgotten about it. But it's the it's like this. It goes like this, I think. The way I can describe it is like this. It's hell. This happens in hell. To Homer Simpson, at least, in that one Simpsons episode. He says, "Oh, you like donuts? Then have all the donuts in the world." And then the machine goes and starts feeding Homer these donuts. And he actually does eat them all, which is impressive. Shout out to Homer Simpson for eating all those donuts. That was very impressive. I don't think I could have done that. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. He's saying that if you don't want every guy that talks to you to want to hit, then you should become Schmeagol, and then they won't be attracted to you. Which I see where he's coming from. I think it's a little overkill and misdirection here. I'm gonna cut that out.
Everything to signal that you don't want to look attractive, or that you don't want to go out of your way to try to look attractive. I'm not saying like get out of shape. In fact, that's not even a serious piece of advice. I don't think you should do that, because like
obviously not.
You're
because
she's
still trying. Right, she's still trying to look good, obviously, for the one man that will come by and sweep her off her feet for the Prince Charming. It's just the judge that she hangs around with misconstrue that. And who's to say that those guys that are hitting on her don't also have autism and misunderstand her cues? That's a counterpoint against both of them, because neither of them saw that as a possibility. Neither of them.
Because you want to, right? So like you're getting something out of it. You're getting a net positive out of it. So like, don't do that. But I'm just.
It could be to say that she's making this video entirely for attention, and that in her original meaning, and that she's trying to look good for just attention. That's what it could be, to say that she's making this video for attention and trying to look good for attention. I don't think that's a likely outcome, but he might say something about that.
I'm actually just making a broader point of like, you would hate that life. You would hate that life of just being invisible. And then like,
she
some
probably
people,
would.
they pay attention to what you have to say, but other than that, like, they don't even acknowledge your existence because you're not attractive. They can't, get that, get something out of you, so to speak. I mean, human beings, everything is a transaction technically. Speaking, right? Like, it's a matter of like reciprocity, you getting, out in an interaction with other people. It's like, what are you getting out of it? What are they getting out of it? Like,
Make the Bowser fart on
balancing. How well balanced is it?
All right, I'm losing my shit.
And it's just
Sorry,
a matter
guys.
of like managing that, So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, like, dudes are gonna try
gassy.
to, like, what do you even think? Like, come on.
And once that shift happens, the friendship often stops feeling psychologically safe in the same ways.
What creepy image is on my screen? Do you guys see this? Now, take me out of the picture. This is what I'm looking at on my screen right now. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? This creepy eyes and then this guy in the bottom left that's been there the whole time. He hasn't even said anything.
Interpreted as attraction, will sincerity create attachment? Will my openness be mistaken for an invitation? Will someone retaliate emotionally if expectations are not met? And with women, the issue is often less overt but more relationally diffuse. Admiration, comparison, mirroring, inspiration, competition, and identity can become fused together. Closeness can start shifting toward enmeshment, imitation, or underlying comparison dynamics. And another thing that
I paused at the same time as this bloke in the bottom left did, but let me go first. Because I'm the one watching the video. What she's just said there, in what she's just said there in a billion extra words, is that every dude she tries to be friends with tries to doink her, which this bloke agrees with. I think it's a different issue. I think she's just gotta find better dude friends. I think he's wrong in saying that 100% of dudes that talk to her obviously want to doink. And I think she's wrong in first off, not acknowledging the fact that they could be autistic as well, which is her whole thesis here, is that autism and good looks for a girl are undesirable. And she's also saying that this compares... She's saying basically that the female friends she have are all jealous of her, and all the dudes she's friends with just want to doink. That's what I'm gathering from her point. I'm interested to see what he has to say about this.
This is like if somebody was like born into a wealthy family and they made a video like, the bad parts about being wealthy, like sometimes the caviar isn't as fresh if it's from like a lower end fine dining restaurant, you know, than the higher end ones, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, it's not even first world problems, it's like the most privileged of the first world's people problems, you know what I mean?
I notice that happens very often is I will trigger people very, very intensely, whether that's someone who's attracted to me or whether that's someone who admires me. But I notice that being myself will viscerally trigger another person to feel bad about themselves, and their response.
Oh, aren't you just little Princess Charming, huh? I feel like when everyone I interact with, they just immediately feel so unsuperior. They immediately feel that I'm superior to them. Be really ridiculously good looking.
Really ridiculously good looking.
You know, Zoolander type shizzle. She is insufferable. And so is he. Wow, this is the worst video of all time. This might be the worst video of all time. Alright guys, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Please drop a like and leave a comment if you enjoyed, and I have more footage than this, so I could absolutely drop a part 2. Yeah, let me know if you liked it down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.